All right, everyone, we'll get started here with Coach Traylor. She use the raise hand function to ask questions. Greg?
So Jeff, overall, how did you feel like the group looked today, getting a little bit more physical, full pads today?
Yeah, it was definitely that. We started out with the triangle of toughness drill. We had 6 great matches. Kids really into it. It was a very physical practice. Those kind where you're glad it's happening, but at the same time you pray and we come out of there healthy, and we came off the field, everybody standing, so it was a good day.
Yeah, it seems like that one-on-one drill with the contact really just gets people fired up constantly. How does it sort of invigorate the team for the rest of the day?
Yeah, as much as we try to not make football a physical game anymore, it's still a physical game, right? You still got to be tough. It's why it's the greatest game. If you watch the basketball game last night, there's no doubt how physical Baylor was. You could just tell they imposed their will, and we try to take great pride in that. We don't hide from it. It's our mantra. It's our brand. We pride ourselves on the 2-1-0 triangle of toughness. So we start all practices in full pads with that drill. And it's just a mano a mano, hands inside, clean drill. Everybody's up, leaving your face. And it's just a great way to get practice started. Kids are really into it, coaches into it. Everybody's excited about it. It's a lot of fun.
You mentioned last week that you were working 3 units on the interior and 4 at the skill positions, and you were just kind of hoping that would hold up. Is that still how you've operated to this point?
Yes, we're still there, barely. We're about one more injury away from our O-line. We need those 5 freshmen to get here yesterday that are coming in the fall. So we got to get those numbers, correct, where we can have the depth to practice. Once we get those kids in here, that'll be helpful, but we don't have them right now. So we're just trying to get through with what we have right now.
We're talking to Lorenzo Dantzler today. I'm curious, from your perspective, what do you think he can get out of an extra year in the program coming back for the super senior season?
He's such a great story. I think him becoming a father to Elijah has really opened his eyes up to what it's like in the real world. He was undersized last year. He was a kid we did not even have, in the starting lineup when fall camp began. He just really bought into the culture. In the beginning, I'd say if he were to be honest, he probably was against what I was for and probably against the culture. I don't know if he'll admit that or not. But every day he just bought in more and more and more. You'll have to ask him what made him make that change. He ended up being a starter and an all-conference football player, and now he's one of the leaders in our locker room. I can't tell you how proud I am of Lorenzo and the change he's made. He knows what I expect from him. I expect all those super seniors to help me get this culture to a whole nother level. He's totally bought in. Got to see Elijah this weekend. We were up here in the weight room getting a little extra work. And Elijah got his first offer already. I offered him. So I hope he'll be the first commitment from our class of 2038.
You can never go too early, right?
Hey, you got to start recruiting early, Greg. You don't stay in this business without great players. I got to get in front of it now. I got to get in front of it.
But it was interesting to hear you mention that part about the culture. What part of that didn't connect with him, or where was it not vibing initially?
I think that'd be a great question to ask him. I don't know. I just sense resentment. I sense lack of trust. I sensed maybe the scheme change might have bothered him. I don't really know. You'll have to ask him. That's just how I felt. And that has changed. And he's one of my dudes now. I trust him. I trust him like no other.
I know he's one of the guys that he's mentioned that he sort of has an NFL aspiration, but he also mentioned that coaching would be a good option for him if that doesn't come together. Do you have any way to sort of start to mentor or groom players who have coaching aspirations, or do you put any extra focus on that with some of those guys?
For sure. Every day I do, because I feel like coaches are a real opportunity, and they're a great hope for our country, our society, because we're with men every day. I'm in a locker room with 115 men, where statistically over half of them have been left by their fathers. They don't have trust in men, and coaches have a great opportunity to put trust back into men's life and teach them how to be fathers and be husbands and be friends. So it's something that I don't necessarily try to talk them all into being coaches, but we try to model what a real coach is like. And when you come from the Texas High School Coaches Fraternity, it's just beat into us. And it's what we're taught at a young age, and it's what we're about.
And Hunter Duplessis is the other guy we're going to speak to this morning. How about for him? What does he benefit from an extra year?
Well, with Hunter, he's just been bought in since day one. Since the day I showed up, Hunter Duplessis was about what we were about. And it's very rarely you have a kicker that's one of the strongest guys on the team, one of the toughest guys on the team. He's interning at a great company right now. I'd hire him in a heartbeat. I was so thrilled he wanted to come back. I think he might have missed one kick the whole year. I'm not for sure that stat exactly. We bobbled one snap that cost him a kick. He's not just a kicker. He's a leader. He's on my leadership council. He's the epitome of a team guy, tough guy. He's about the right stuff. And I can't say enough great things about Hunter Duplessis.
Hey, Steven.
Coach, you guys are a week into spring practice. What are your overall thoughts on the first week, and what are you hoping to see in the coming practices the rest of the spring?
The first week, we installed, and we were excited about that install. I'm Coach Lep and Coach Lunny and Coach Wright, Coach Perry, all those guys. We had a base install for that first week. This second week, we've increased that install, added some schemes, added some different wrinkles and looks from last week. So we weren't quite as crisp today as we were last week, which would be expected because you're installing new football plays. So that's where we're really focused on right now. But as a head coach, I just want to make sure we do what we say we're going to do, which is be physical on defense, be physical running the football. And our special teams guys are physical at all times. And we were very physical today. And as a head coach, that's what I was looking for.
Anything else for Coach Traylor?
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.